Hello, this is James Smith at GANanalysis.net. If you like this video, give us a like, follow us on Twitter and YouTube and LinkedIn. Today I want to talk about Berkshire Hathaway, BRK.A, the ticker, and I'm calling attention to the fact that you're 36 months from high, 108 months from low, 60 months from low, and 192 months from low. 192, that's actually 16 years. That's a big cycle. So low to high in 16 years and all these other cycles indicate a probable top from a GAN perspective. Now, you're going to have to prove that it's actually correcting by looking for a sell-off. You know, if it starts taking out this former low here, yeah, you're probably going down here or down here. You know, the point is, the cycles by themselves do not prove that you're starting a correction. They hint at the idea that you probably have a top, but you're going to have to see follow-through selling to prove that a correction is really starting. But my perspective is that when you get a cluster of cycles, there's a good chance of a top, and especially if it's overbought, as clearly this stock is overbought. Now, here's the real question. If Berkshire Hathaway is this enormous fund and they've got $300 billion in cash, you know, that's a lot to be holding in cash. I mean, I can't imagine any other fund manager ever holding that much, even if they had the similar size fund. But the question is, what's he going to do with all that money once the stock corrects? Well, that's an interesting question because, hey, you know how Warren Buffett thinks. He wants to hold his cash until he gets a really good buying opportunity. And after the correction, obviously everything will be marked down. There will be plenty of things to buy. I have an idea what he might buy. My clients know, but you know, I'm just pointing out that you should start thinking about what he's likely to buy after the correction, because that's a mountain of cash, over $300 billion. I don't know exactly how much it is now, but who knows? It might be 350. I don't actually know how much he's got. We don't know in real time, but we know it's a mountain of cash. And the other question I would have for you is, why would this stock even correct if it's all, you know, if he has a huge amount of it in cash? Why would the fund go down? Why? It doesn't make sense. Until you realize, even after he's sold a huge position in Apple, he still has a very large position. And, you know, if tech stocks are getting clubbed like a baby seal, that would include Apple. And, you know, granted, Apple has held up better than some of the other tech stocks. There's still a good chance that Apple will go down very hard. And, you know, if you consider this to be the second tech stock bubble, you have to ask yourself, well, why wouldn't Apple go down along with Meta and Google and Microsoft and all these other tech stocks? Why wouldn't it go down? And I think there's a good reason for it, too. It stands to reason. With a trade war with China, I mean, you will see some friction between China and the U.S., and why wouldn't China retaliate against Apple? Just seems to make sense. So that's a very important market for Apple and Tesla. But yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. I'm just raising questions. I don't have all the answers, but I'm raising the questions. And just think about the big question is, if he still has that $300 billion in cash after the correction is over, you know, what's he going to buy with it? I think that's one of the more interesting questions.